What quickly become absolute? What quickly become absolute? Okay, so what is exactly the absolute? Absolute means like like basically it's the same. It absolute means like that ki a solid, a kind of like a something like that ki this is happened and everyone is actually thinking that ki this actually happened. Okay, it's a very hard to understand. I'm gonna example to you. I'm gonna understand this question by the example. All right. So landline telephone. Do you know what is actually the landline telephone? Yeah, basically everyone knows landline telephone. It is kind of like a something device that you could kind of like a talk to other person. That person has a kind of like very far away. You could talk to that person. Okay, which is kind of like a something really became quickly absolute. But probably I don't really understand this question. By the way, it's too windy over here. Oh my god. Yeah. Uh, but but like let me understand this question too much. Okay, like they say landline telephone is absolute, become very absolute, become then printed news magazine. The rise of digital media has been led to the decline of the print publication, with many people now access news and article online. Okay, DVD and Blu-ray disc, traditional cable television, physical map, fax machines, traditional landscape, sorry, incident light. Okay, it's, they say flashlight. Okay, then cash transaction, desktop computer, traditional watches. These trends are highlight the impact on technology advance and the changing the preference of the various aspects of life. Oh, okay. So now these are kind of like a something invention which is actually happened, and it changed the living of the human life. Okay, like basically, let me tell you one thing: the landline telephone. Okay, which is kind of like a something very new invention, and people are not really like it became kind of like something amazed that you could talk to the people who is actually far away, and the telephone landline is a kind of like a something thing. Same goes with the printed newspaper. Okay, because of that, early we don't really have kind of like something like access that ki what is actually happening in the world. Okay, I'm talking about before the radio. Okay, so newspaper is kind of like a something thing that became kind of like a something viral. Okay, viral, yeah. Is it viral? Yeah, because of that ki there is only one way to consume that kind of like a something really content, through reading the newspaper. Okay, so basically before this radio, newspaper is kind of like a something thing that kind of like put lot of impact on the on the invention of this thing. All right, then a DVD and Blu-ray definitely is this thing, because yeah, like watching movies in the theater is a kind of like a most of people can't really afford, and most of people didn't really have kind of like something theater. Okay, so Blu-ray and DVD disc is also kind of like something invention. Like I also kind of like a something a part of that particular people who is actually literally uh, enthusiastic by the DVDs and stuff like that. I usually burn the DVDs. Okay, to save, to watch the movies after that and stuff like that. It's like really amazing experience. Okay, traditional cable television, wow, I loved it, dude. It's just like, let me tell you one thing. Okay, so in my childhood, like a cable television was a kind of like a dream. Okay, and we don't really have cable television, we just have Doordarshan. So one of the neighbor has a cable television. So what does we do? We just like that ki we try to kind of like connect that cable with our television wire so that I could access cable without paying money and stuff like that. Okay, so this is called kind of like a something really a cable stealing something. Okay, cable television stealing. Okay, but we do a lot of effort, dude. Yeah, we just like that. It's not only kind of like a something just like we have to do this thing that no one knows. Basically the neighbor shouldn't supposed to know that we are actually stealing cables from you. Okay, so we just have to point our antenna towards that kind of like a direction, and as also kind of like a do some sort of wire to kind of like a connect with this wire to this television wire to this television wire, and we just have to search the channel. And yeah, we did search, okay, somehow, like there is a Sony television channel, okay, then Star Plus. They are a kind of like something very popular channel, has a higher frequency, so that I could access those channel. And yeah, it's kind of like a something wire television is kind of like an influence of really lot in invention perspective, from the people point of perspective, okay, cable television. Then physical map, well, I haven't really used the physical map, okay. Like basically right now we have GPS. In this GPS we could access where am I, where is this location, how far is this location. But it's just like that key, like early days we don't really have a GPS, so we just have to read the map, okay. And reading the map is kind of like a way much difficult, okay. Not only we just have to understand the direction, where is the north, where is the south, and where is this and where is that, as also you just have to kind of like something very big map to understand that is this where, and we have to go there, and this is the route and stuff like that. So probably I haven't really used that much map before, physical map, so I'm not really sure about how much it will impact. All right. Then fax machine, still I haven't really used that. Traditional incident light bulb, okay, they say flashlight, okay, yeah. Like right now we have flashlight, like in our smartphone we have flashlight, we just have to click the torch and it torch. So but before that it's a in traditional incident light bulb. Okay, so sorry. This no traditional incident light bulb. Okay, they say tungsten bulb. Okay, I'm bitterly confused about this incident. It's very hard to pronounce this spelling. Okay, whatever. So I'm talking about the tungsten bulb. Okay, these are the bulbs. Okay, which kind of like a something yellow bulb, na? You seen in the lot of movies, by the way. Okay, so these are kind of like a something tungsten bulb, which kind of like impact really lot. Right now we have CFL, and we have kind of like something LED bulb, which is kind of like a so much power efficient and stuff like that, okay. But these are kind of like something bulb which is like I use a lot. Like my father usually bought this kind of like a bulb, and at that time this is the only bulb that I could afford, and that I couldn't most of people afford, and that's why, yeah. Okay, but tungsten bulb is a kind of like a something things that which impact on a lot of the people, okay. Cash transaction, wow, okay. So what's the cash transaction? So let me tell you one thing. Before this digital payment happened, okay, right now we have phone pay, Paytm and stuff like that. We could send money by instantly, okay. But cash transaction was really incredible, okay. I'm talking about the ATM card, debit card, okay. So basically this thing, okay, if we want to save some sort of money on the bank, or kind of like a withdraw some sort of money from the bank, so we just have to go to the bank, okay, withdraw the form, okay. There is a form you should supposed to be filling the blank and write how much money that you want from your bank account, and you just have to wait for that, and you pay the slips, and then you sign, and then they give you money. So this is the procedure happen, and then you will get the money, okay. Like whatever the money, okay, from 10 rupees to 10,000 rupees, this is the process you should supposed to be follow, okay. But the ATM card rises, okay, and the ATM card is really good, okay. Like I was like a really enthusiastic for having a having a debit card. I didn't really know what is exactly the credit card and debit card at that time, but it just like that time it was really incredible. I just wanted to do that thing, do just like, whoa, just like you put the card and there is a money happened, okay. So it is like I also kind of like feel a little bit of whoa, like this is something really good, okay. So like this kind of like something ATM and cash transaction was really incredible. Desktop computer, do, okay. So I am like I'm millennial, by the way, okay. What's a millennial? I'm not Gen Z, okay. What's the Gen Z? Okay, so Gen Z means like the people who born in after the 2000, okay, yeah, after 2000, the people who born, they are called Gen Z. I born before that, okay. Because of privacy violation I won't be able to say my date of birth, but yeah, I am actually born before the 1995, all right. So I am the millennial, by the way. So usually is this thing that we don't really access that many how computers. Okay, the first time I see the computer when I was maybe sixth standard, sixth standard, yeah, definitely sure, sixth standard. Okay, so it's a kind of like a something like a computer, and is this the thing we have kind of like a something like a lecture that key about the CPU, and this is the desktop, this is the motherboard, this is the keyboard, and this is the mouse. Okay, so basically what exactly happened that key we went to class. Okay, we went to kind of like some computer class. Okay, and in our school we have only one computer. Okay, and basically the teacher says that this is the computer, this is the CPU, this is the monitor, this is the keyboard, and this is the stuff, and this is all those things. Okay, I at that time I didn't really think that yeah, it's kind of like something things that huh. But let me tell you, at that time I was not really enthusiastic by this thing, because the teacher was actually telling this thing just because of that key. It's actually included in the syllabus, and yeah, like we could do a lot of things at that time. I know that key huh, we could do a lot of things with the computer, but like I haven't really experienced this thing. So how do I supposed to understand the gravity of the having a computer? All right, but dude, when I first time accessed the computer with the internet, I was like, what the fuck? What exactly is this thing? So I understand what exactly the scenario. Okay, so in the 10th standard, okay, I complete my SSC board. Okay, and I took the admission for MSCIT. What's MSCIT? MSCIT is a kind of like something like course that you should supposed to understand about the computer. Okay, that key they're telling us this is the word, this is the PowerPoint presentation, this is the Excel sheet, this is a kind of like something stuff, kind of like something like just a preview about the computer, how to use the computer and stuff like that. So we everyone does it MSCIT course, but at this time no one does it because everyone knows the computer and stuff like that. But I'm talking about in 2010 and 2009. Okay, so at that time, like this is kind of like a something course that you should supposed to do to use the internet. Okay, so then I enrolled that in that particular course. Me and all my friend we enrolled that particular course, and we did that course. During this course I understand about the computer, about the internet, about the PowerPoint presentation, Excel, Word, and this and stuff like that. Okay, because of I understand about how to use the computer, then I kind of like a something I try myself to go to internet cafe. Okay, so I went to internet cafe. Okay, and what's the internet cafe? Internet cafe means a kind of like something like computer has a internet service over there. So you have to go there, do your work. Okay, and like basically you just have to use the computer, use the internet for kind of like a couple of hours and stuff like that. Okay, so we have internet cafe. So I went to internet cafe. Okay, and I was kind of like a something really access a porn site. Dude, yeah, like this is the first time I kind of like a something really amused. Like I do know that there is a Google, there is a kind of like a some certain website, Yahoo, and the Yahoo. Okay, Yahoo is a kind of like a something search engine which is very popular over there. Google was not that popular. Yahoo and the IBBO. Okay, IBBO is also kind of a something very popular search engine. I'm not sure. Yeah, but yeah, this this thing. So basically, I went to internet cafe. Okay, and somehow some people says that there is a porn. Okay, so you could access porn. At that time I don't really know what is exactly porn. Okay, this kind of like something at this time I just have only one word for that is a blue film. All right, so I went to internet cafe. Okay, I search about this internet explorer. Okay, I click on that internet explorer. It took it almost like a 1 minute to load internet explorer. Yeah, 1 minute to load entire internet explorer, which is like a too much waiting for that. Okay, like basically you just start the system, you just have to wait, then you click on the my computer, you just have to wait, you just have to click the internet explorer, you just have to wait. Every operation that you should supposed to do, you just have to wait for it. All right, so so basically I click the internet explorer and I go to the Yahoo. Okay, search about blue film. Okay, and then there is a result. Okay, there is the first of all is the blue film is just like they directly go to the something world porn. Okay, I click on that, and when I click on that, it kind of like a something really amused that because this is the first time I was literally exposed by the nudity, because like a full frontal nudity, because before that I haven't really exposed by this thing. Okay, like I just like every time there is kind of like some certain movie has a little bit of nudity, but it kind of like something very covered with the lighting and stuff like that. Okay, but I'm like, let me tell me, like I am almost like a 15-14-year-old guy. Okay, I went to internet, okay, and search about this porn thing. Okay, worldporn.com. I just click it, and I can see, whoa, there is a nude girl, like this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl. There is a lot of girl, nude girl. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Ye kya hai? Okay. So I was browsing this, browsing that, browsing that. I was like, what the fuck is that? Okay. Like, this is the first time. Okay. So I was kind of like, I don't know what exactly happened. I was maybe 14, sorry, 15, 16-year-old guy, like hormones at kind of like something very top level. So I was actually searching this thing, and this like basically the internet cafe is kind of like a something very compact. What's a compact means? Kind of like something like that. Ki whatever you access in that internet cafe, like whatever the computer that you are accessing the internet cafe, which is kind of like something very packed. It's kind of like a something very small cabin that you won't be able to see what is exactly happening on the other side. It's a kind of, you just have to open the door, you get inside, and you just do your thing. Okay, like basically the cubicle is actually in the office. Now, the same thing happened in this internet cafe. So I was kind of like accessing such thing, which is like, what the fuck, ye kya hai? Okay, so at that time I have this China phone. Like, I didn't really have a China phone. My father bought this China phone. What's a China phone? I'm not really sure is this the name of that phone, but this the phone is actually from China. Okay, so it has like a it has a keyboard, it has stuff like, I'm talking about like before this smartphone world. Okay, so this is actually the China phone, which is very popular and which is very kind of like something like cost, very less cost. Okay, yeah. So I was actually saving those images into that mobile phone. So this is actually kind of like a only one purpose, like this is kind of like something purpose that I have to come into the internet cafe. Okay, so what did I do? So there is kind of like I just have to right click, okay, open the image. Okay, then it kind of like open the image, and I just have to download that image. Okay, right, just right click and the save the image or download the image. Okay, there is option. Okay, and then there is the image is save. Okay, I just have to kind of like something save that data from computer to my mobile phone so that I could access those nude girl while, yeah. Okay, so this is kind of like a something one my purpose. So I was doing this thing, like there are so many girls, I was like saving this photo, that photo, that photo, that photo. It took me almost like a 2.5 hour. Yeah, 2.5 hour I did this thing. So after 2.5 hour, okay, I kind of like save all those photos and stuff like that. All right, then I unplug my mobile phone. Okay, and I have to pay the money. Okay, so at that time, okay, so basically this thing, if you wanted to access the computer, so you have to pay a money, 20 rupees per hour. By the way, 20 rupees is not really that much, kind of like something at this day. I'm talking about in 2024, the price of 20 rupees is but I'm talking about in 2010, 2009, sorry, be precise, 2009. Okay, so in 2009, 20 rupees was too much. Okay, yeah, for me it's actually too much. Okay, I thought that it would be kind of like something like 5 rupees per hour, but they say 20 rupees per hour. Okay, and I stay for almost like a 2.5 hour. That means like 50 rupees. Okay, so I have to pay 50 rupees. I only have just like 20 rupees. So I gave them 20 rupees. Okay, and 30 rupees is remaining. So I said that ki like can I bring this money? I could go home and kind of like bring the money to you. They say yeah, but you just have to keep your phone here. I said yeah, okay, sure, why not? So I kind of like something really, my phone गिरवी रखा था उसके पास. So I गिरवी my phone to here, and basically I went home and I asked money to my mother for 30 rupees. She gave me money, and I went there, and basically this is all those things happened. Okay, so basically I am really kind of like a crazy for computers. Okay, since then I was like, wow, Okay, and literally every week I have to spend time with a internet cafe. Not only kind of like a something nuded girl, okay, but I found that in the internet cafe you could download the song. Okay, songspeaker.com, you can download the songs, the latest song and stuff like that. Because at that time, like having a latest song in your mobile phone, like it's kind of like something luxury. Okay, so so basically me and my friend are really crazy for the computer and internet cafe, and we do a lot of stuff with this like internet cafe and stuff like that. So we spend like a yeah. And there is a one chapter is actually happened in my life, okay, which kind of like a something really hooked me up to that internet a much, okay, and I expose a much. So there is a one cartoon series named Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is like I don't know, this Avatar: The Last Airbender. This cartoon is kind of like something really very impacted my life, really really long. By the way, it's too windy over here. I don't know. Are you kind of like a like you are here? Like I could see the graph is kind of like a very high, but yeah, still. So let me tell you one thing. This Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay, so like yeah, I'm gonna tell you this story which is actually connected with the internet. Okay, so let me tell you one thing. So Avatar: Last Airbender, which is kind of like a something like cartoon series, was broadcast in Nickelodeon. Okay, Nickelodeon is a channel. Okay, so basically what is actually this thing, this cartoon series has a three season, no, four season, by the way, yeah, four season. Water, the season first name Water, season 2 name Earth, season 3 sorry, Air, Water, Air. I don't know how many seasons there are. Three season four. I'm a bit really confused about this thing. It says three season, by the way. I'm sure three season. Like it says first is Water, Earth, and then Fire, then Air. I don't know how many season is this thing. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is this thing that the story was really incredible. Literally, like basically just saying that okay, like this is the Avatar who has to save the world. The world is really fucked up and stuff like that. Like basically, you are actually fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender. You understand that what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so I was really amazed by the story and everything. Okay, but by the way, this story, this kind of like a cartoon series, is dubbed in Hindi, which broadcast in Nickelodeon channel at night at 10:30 p.m. I kind of like a something watch this web series, watch this cartoon series really really lot. Okay, but after two season, the third season didn't really dub, so they didn't really broadcast the episode, which is really fucked me up. Okay, because like I was really like wanted to see this thing like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay, and what exactly happened, because the story is really incompleted. I just wanted to know that this Avatar will save the world or not. I just wanted to know. Okay, so there is only one solution to find out this thing will happen or not. So internet. Okay, so what exactly is this thing? I just have to go to the internet, okay, and download the Avatar: The Last Airbender season 3 season 4 episode. Okay, so this is my sole purpose. I still remember that I was in the 11th standard. Okay, and this is kind of like something that I wanted to watch. So I went to so many internet cafes, but downloading the Avatar: Last Airbender was really really tough. Why? Because at that time, like I didn't really know torrent was exist. Okay, like torrent is a kind of like a something thing that you could download the movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Okay, but at that time I didn't really knew that this torrent is exist and you could download such thing. I'm not really sure about this thing, and I don't know how to use torrent, by the way. Another thing is that you just have to download by the traditional way. Okay, so I also don't know how to do that. Okay, there are so many things. Okay, like they say this is the kind of like a site who is actually serving this Avatar Last Airbender episode. So you just have to click the download, then you click the download, it downloads something very different file. Okay, I am really really fucked up a lot. Like basically downloading the first episode of that season 4 season 3, I'm not really sure, it's like that. It's so difficult. I went through so many internet cafe, and every time I fail. Like basically I went to so many internet cafe, and every time I fail. But somehow at one time I download the one episode. Okay, and I download the episode, and that episode was really really amazing. In that episode, that they say that the avatar lost his every power. He is not bending anything, and he is kind of like something like became very normal person. Okay, the story is really cooked me up, like what the fuck is happened. Okay, I watched this episode and I really wanted to watch the next episode, but I cannot do how to do that. How to do? I did lot of effort, dude. It's just like, let me tell you one thing. I was at the age of 16, 14, 17. I'm not pretty sure. Okay, yes, maybe 17. Yeah, 17, 16, 17. Yes. So I was at the age of 17. I really wanted to know how to download the episode. I wanted to do anything to download this episode, but I don't know how to do that, because every time there is a download, I click the download, it kind of like showing me this ad, this ad, this ad, this ad, this ad. I was like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? It's just like I spent so much amount of time and so much amount of kind of like something finding out that how this thing is actually work, but none of them is actually work. I download only one episode. Okay, then then 12th standard happened, and then you just have to study and stuff like that. So then I just neglect all those things. Okay, I just like, okay, let it go. Like a download, I will download this thing after when I will get have time. Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you is this thing that because of this in Avatar: The Last Airbender, this cartoon web series, I expose a lot with the internet cafe. Okay, like how to search. Like this is the time I understand that how to Google. Okay, like you just have to search about the Google in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay, and it's showing me this result, that result, that result, that result. I expose a lot. I understand about how to download songs in internet cafe. How to download songs from the internet. How to download videos from the internet. How to create account in the social media. Like a Facebook was kind of like something very popular on that time. Okay, and creating account on the Facebook was really incredible. Okay, which is like that very new, but I created so many Facebook account. Okay, at that time, and it's like basically this kind of like something like the internet. I understand the power of internet, like what could it does. Like basically I could access some of the files which is not even exist in the exist in the physical world, like a movies. Okay, YouTube is a kind of like a something thing that what the fuck. Okay, let me tell you one thing about the YouTube thing is also really amazing, dude. Like really really amazing. Okay, so let me tell you one thing. So I usually go to the internet cafe, okay, and download some of the songs and movie from the YouTube. Okay, so what did I do? I just have to download. I just have to go to the internet cafe, and there is a one software named Internet Download Manager. What's the Internet Download Manager? It's the kind of software that you could download the videos from the YouTube. Okay, so this is the only one thing that I would do. Okay, so I found there is an internet cafe who has like a 1 Mbps speeder, literally a 1 Mbps speeder. So I just have to go to that cafe. Okay, plugged in my pen drive. Okay, at that time, like one of my friend have a kind of like computer, so he has a pen drive. Okay, and I know how to download and stuff like that. So basically, he's come with me, and I just have to do this thing like a download and stuff like that, because of I have previous experience about this Avatar Last Airbender. So yeah, so I doing it that all right. So I was downloading this video, that video, that video, that video, this song, Justin Bieber song, and there are so many songs, by the way. Okay, I was literally kind of like a kind of like a something very something like the Hollywood music. Okay, like basically is that everyone playing the Bollywood music, but I play Hollywood music because I have kind of something very higher standard at that time. So I just wanted to showcase. And how do I showcase? Because of you just have to play that song in the ringtone so that people could hear this thing, which is a lot of fucked up story, dude. It's just like I don't know how does people like it is a kind of something people does at that time. I just like I don't know. Okay, so YouTube, yeah. Like in the YouTube, I could get lot of things like the movies, and the songs, and then comedy skits, and then and as also making movies. Okay, like basically this thing. How do I make the movie? Like basically making of the movie. Like in 2012, sorry 2012. Okay, 2012 is a kind of like something movie which is actually telling a story about how the world is at. Okay, so I was literally kind of like somebody wanted to know how this movie work. Okay, so what does I do? I just have to go to the YouTube and search about 2012 making movie making. Okay, so I just click that. There's a bunch of video. Okay, like this is the VFX, and this is the how we did it, how we did it, how do we shoot it, how this is that. I just click that video, download this video, click that video, download this video. This is why I kind of like something exposed with the filmmaking process. Okay, I just realized that like this is the kind of like stuff that I wanted to do, really wanted to do. Okay, so it is a lot. Like basically, this thing is because of this internet cafe, this exposing the internet, I find out there are so many ways. Like it just, I don't know, it's just like that na, ki in the physical world, on that time I'm talking about in 2010, things are not kind of like a something really exist in the real world, but things that which is actually happen in the real world I could see on the internet, which is kind of like something like that ki, a new window to see the world. And which is like a really incredible thing for me, and I just love the every moment that I spend over there. Okay, internet cafe and stuff like that, downloading movies, downloading stuff. Avatar the Last Airbender was, I don't know dude, but I was like a really, this computer is like yeah, like basically let me tell you one thing. I kind of like a something really protest with my father that they have to buy the computer. And literally, yeah, like basically I decided that I just have to work on internet cafe. I did work on internet cafe for almost like a week. Okay, and then my father says that okay, okay, we will buy you computer, and they buy me computer in 2012, maybe 12 or 13 maybe, yeah. So they buy me this computer, and since then I was don't know dude, it's just like being a computer, desktop computer was kind of like something changed my life. It impacted me a really lot. It impacted me who am I today right now at this moment. Because of this computer, because of the internet, I understand so many various way to spend life, how do I supposed to do in my life and stuff like that. And it already changing my life a lot, a really lot. Yeah, so these are kind of like I fucked up, I forgot the question. The question was that okay, what is the question? Okay, what is kind of like something like becoming obsolete? All right, becoming obsolete. Like yeah, this is kind of like when desktop computer was like wow. Yeah, I don't know, I talk a lot. It's been almost like a 56 minute I just talking about this stupid stuff, but yeah, like who is actually listening to this thing? Yeah. Then traditional watches, yeah, I'm not really wearing that many watches. Yeah, I like watches, but yeah, having one is okay. Traditional watches is, yeah, these are kind of like a something really kind of like an invention is actually happening in the real world, which is kind of like something very absolute. It impact on lot of people, and I was the kind of like something part of that people, and it hit me really hard about this thing, this invention and stuff like that was really incredible, which is like wow. All right, next question.